Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you real soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. This is one of those days you didn't want to get out of bed. I am one of them. You guys, it has been a horrible Monday for me, but I hope you guys are having a better Monday than I'm having. It's just, hey, we'll see what happens. You know, I'm talking to, I'm talking to certain I'm talking to certain people, and hold on, they're texting me. Uh, Hold on, you guys. Um, there's certain things going on in my neck of the woods isn't so well, but I've got a hold of some people, and we're gonna see. I had some bad news happening, had some bad news happening, and some more bad news happening. So everybody's just doing what they want to do. This is the new world, you guys. And yeah, I am kind of frustrated with it because you don't never know who you can trust or who to believe in or what's going on, and everybody's just doing what they want to do. We were talking about um this young lady named Dejan, and what Dejan done did to the allegedly done did to this child, Cairo, and I know that sometimes we laugh about things, but to be honest with you, it really ain't a funny thing, because at the end of the day, we get upset over little stuff like, we done went to the store, bought, $100 worth of groceries. Come to find out they didn't put the mayonnaise in there, and it's still at the store, and then you got to show proof that it's your mayonnaise, and you bought it, and here's the receipt. In everything that you do, you got to prove to someone what you, especially if you're doing the right thing, and it's just weird. And then here's the thing, you guys. Everybody wants to have and I may be all over the place because I'm in my feelings, I'm in my emotions right now, because I'm looking at so many factors where people have dropped the ball, and who is left with a pile of crap? I'm left with the pile of crap. I'm left with a pile of crap trying to figure it out, because this is my life, which everybody wanted to go to lunch, and you ain't gonna do this, and you ain't, and they get underneath your skin. These are, you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I only tell you by experience. I don't tell you this so you can come back and leak key or whatever you want to do, or whatever. I tell you for the experience that you don't have to go through what the heck I just went through, or I'm going through, or I foresee. I already told you something was going on with the school. Something wasn't right. Before I even took the test, something wasn't right. She was looking at me like death, like, oh my God, and da 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 da. Well, I finally talked to the administrator today. Well, not the administrator, but I talked to the advisor today, and he was like, well, you should have told me. Well, I called you. I called you. You didn't answer the phone. You didn't return the phone call. We're in a whole different week now, and then you're going to say ain't nothing you can do about it. Well, I tried to tell you when it went down. Well, do you got my direct number? No, you ain't gave me your direct number. You still ain't gave me your direct number. Well, everything that you guys have said has been a total lie. You want to add where you want to add, take away from where you want to take away, put in where you want to put in, all this stuff. This is how this new world is. If you're in, going, trying to gain access to something, get something that everybody else is getting or doing. And I mean, this is for anything that you're doing. You're going to come into a whole bunch of conflict. Especially, and I'm going to say this, I know y'all going to get mad at me, but I am so mad right now. Ooh, I'm hotter than catfish grease. I have had the potty mouth that I've ever had in my whole entire life. I did not get nothing done today. Everybody is so relaxed. Oh, you should have called us earlier. Well, I'm calling you a week ahead of time. Oh, we're all booked up. Okay, so I can't get my taxes done, right? No, well, try next year. No. I've got to get my taxes done this year. Uncle Sam ain't going to wait. Okay, you're saying, SP, that's no big deal. No, it's not, because you know what? I said to myself, I'm going home. Nothing, it's April. Nothing is working for me in April, and I'm going home. I'm going to just get away from people or whatever. But this is the new world. You know what you have to do? Sometimes you have to get in some people's tail. Me and one of my homegirls, I told her something I was going through where somebody done took some money that they wasn't supposed to. Put me in a bad situation because I literally had to use my credit card to pay for this. So that tells you I did not have the money to say, oh, I don't have money to waste like that. I don't have money to lose like that or whatever. And I didn't get anything. I didn't get nothing that I was supposed to get or whatever. Well, we had to do some damage control. Me and my homegirl, we had to do some damage control, and we did. We started, I started doing damage control. She was like, let me get in on some of that too, because I don't like the way this went down. So she doing some damage control. Guess what? We got their attention. We got their attention to say, hey, how we gonna fix this? Because my money is in your hands, and how we gonna fix this? You know what I'm saying? Now here's the bottom line. Now, I told you guys, the number one thing I cannot stand is dealing with somebody that don't even, their English is not as well. So, I'm trying to be polite about it. I can't really understand what you're saying or whatever. But we're going to work it out. So they say. You can work it out or hand me my money. That's what you can do. Shoot. Come on now, let's get it right. Because at the end of the day, you gotta continue to go no matter what. Continue to go no matter if somebody doesn't believe in you, no matter what their opinion is. Some people on our live, they get upset because other people have opinions. Don't get mad because Lisa Taylor don't believe what I believe. I don't get mad at Lisa Taylor because she don't believe what I believe. I say, you know what, Lisa Taylor? And I'm just using you as an example. Lisa Taylor, I don't have a problem with her. She my homie girl. But at the end of the day, I got to live my life. You got to live yours. Whatever you want to believe, you can believe it and keep it going wait until it happens to you, and then you can see what I'm saying. Now, you may not be still in this live, and you may done got so upset with me that you done ran off. But at the end of the day, you're going to remember what I said. Because one thing that I tell you guys, that other people that have lives and YouTube channels and all this other stuff, you know what? I can care less what you think of me. But I am not going to tell you no lie. Why? Because guess what? It's not that you're not important, but you're not more important than me going to hell to tell you a lie. That don't even make sense. Why would I want to subject myself to go to hell just to make you happy with a lie? You have nothing, absolutely nothing that I need, nothing that I want. You can't give me what I need. You just can't. What you can give me is support. What you can give me is to be there when I fall, help me get up or whatever. But what you can't do is subject me to hell just because to make you happy. I will not do that to you guys. I won't do it to myself. You have nothing. Whether you open your bank account, you still have nothing that can help me. You have nothing. No money that you have, I don't care if y'all all put it all together, can't help me. It can't help me because I have a God that I have to answer to. Did I do a good job? Did I do what you required me to do? Try to tell these people something. They don't want to listen. They want to just sit there and be like, you don't understand, SP. You don't understand. You think I don't understand? Everybody go through a whole bunch of stuff. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Whether you're trying to get welfare, food stamps, whatever, some social security, disability, schooling, or whatever. Get your kid back, whatever. Get your health back or whatever. I look up to the Lord for my answers and what I need to do. What I need to say, how I need to say it. Sometimes it ain't going to come out right. But sometimes, guess what? 9 times out of 10, I know it's right because it's of the Lord. It ain't of me. You can get mad at me all you want. It ain't of me. I don't know 99.9% of everything that's in this world. I'm not trying to. I'm trying to get in where I fit in. If God tells me to do something, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to keep doing it no matter what. And if I have to uplift myself, that's what I do. Now, I do have certain people that do uplift me. And they do. But, it's kind of like, everybody has their problems. Everybody. So at the end of the day, I was thinking about this woman that did something allegedly to this child. I give everybody, that is a benefit of the doubt. That ain't saying she did it, she didn't do it. I'm saying the child is gone and We need to always look at situations and circumstances of what happened. Because some people are going to say, oh, she just playing crazy. She could be playing crazy now, but what was she doing when she took the child out? The child is innocent. So you're going to tell me that this person is a good person. Nothing's wrong with them. They just took a child out because they just wanted to. So when I say this person is crazy, people want to argue. I'm not arguing. That's what I believe. Yeah, we don't want to say that. Why we don't want to say that? Because is it the truth? Yes, the truth. Why? Because people just don't run around killing their own kids. There's something wrong with them. Come on. Something's wrong with them. You're going to say, oh, well, they just wanted to just kill the kid. Okay, so Crime Night last night featured Breasia, and Breasia was the 10-year-old little girl that allegedly the stepfather, got convicted of shooting this girl in the face, in the chest, and all this other stuff. Well, they featured the whole thing the other night. Okay? I'm just telling y'all the truth. They featured it the other night. 8 days ago. I just seen it last night. I went over it with my homie. We was going over it. It was bedtime. I was like, no, I got to see what they're going to say, because maybe it's something in there that we hadn't heard of. There was a lot of stuff that we hadn't heard of. We hadn't heard that Henry Dinkins, we knew that he was a sex offender from previous, when he was 17 or something. But it was told to us like he dated a girl, she yelled rape or something or whatever. She was underage. She probably told him the wrong age or whatever. But did y'all know that the 17-year-old Henry Dinkins raped a 5-year-old child? That we did not freaking know. And they couldn't say nothing about his previous sex offense because he was under 17. So we were assuming that it was a girlfriend that was 16 or a girlfriend that was 15 or a girlfriend. But no, they told us last night, yeah, Lisa Calhoun, the baby was 5 years old when he was 17, that he done sexually molested. Not only just touch, but put things into her. They didn't say nothing about that in trial. They said nothing about. That's why I tell y'all all the time, I can't sit on nobody's jury bench because I want to know everything. He would have been convicted on the first day. I would have just told him, don't even try it. Just lock him up and throw away the key. He did something to. And you know what else they said about this girl? You know what else they said about Breasia? Let me tell y'all something. You know what else they didn't tell us? They didn't tell us because they had no evidence, but they said the reason why he killed her is because he did something with her. He did something with her, and she was going to tell. But they couldn't say that because when he poured that bleach out on her clothes or something, it got rid of evidence. It got rid of evidence. Because you would think, well, why would you take this girl out in the middle of the night and just kill her? Well, we're not stupid. We already knew. It had to be something. The little boy DL turns around and said, well, I was in the living room with Andrea. I'm telling you, I watched it all last night. It's a whole hour. You guys going to have to go over there and check it out. It's on night something. Maybe my homegirl, I know she's listening. She probably can't say nothing because her phone is all messed up. But me and her, we listened to it last night. Papa was like, come get in the bed. Come get in the bed. Like, nigga, no, I'm so sorry, you guys. I was like, no, I want to know what really happened. You know what I'm saying? So when everybody else think, okay, Henry Dinkins is in jail, we're all good. Ain't nobody all good. That baby's still gone. And what really, I want to know what really happened. So I'm telling you guys right now what really happened. They said he sexually did something to her and she was going to tell, so he killed her. Exactly, Valerie. Most of the time, this is why, we advocate for the child. That's why when people get mad talking about you just taking it out on the mama because she's a woman and she's a mother and blah 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 blah. No, I don't take nothing out on nobody. If you act like a mother, then we accept that. Be a mama. But mothers, we all made mistakes when it came to our kids. Trust me, I know I made mistakes with mine. But we're not trying to put them in a bad situation. And we're trying to educate it to our kids and to our grandkids. Don't leave your kids at home alone. Even if you got to run to the store, don't do that. Talk to your kids to tell don't do that to my grandbaby. Like, you have to get into these kids' tail and tell them this world is very cruel. If they're cruel to me, they're cruel to if you don't get nothing out of anything in this world, just imagine. And some people be like, it ain't gonna happen to me because if I knew Henry Dinkins was a sex offender, I wouldn't have left him. Well, the grandmother told her to don't go. The grandmother told her don't go, but we got kids that's running things around here. You can't tell them nothing. You tell them don't go, they gonna go anyway. Take it up with mama, cause mama gonna not do. You know what? You know why I always did what my mother told me to do? Because it's called respect. Did she get me in a lot of trouble or whatever? Yeah. Either my mother gonna tell me or my grandmother gonna tell me the truth. If mama don't know, grandma stepped in and said, "No, baby, no, you ain't going. I don't care how mad you get. Get mad all you want. You ain't going." Did I send my son to go live with his father? Yes, I did. Never been to Las Vegas before in my life. But he ain't no sex offender. He ain't never put his hands on me. He can't even whoop a child, let alone. He'll raise his voice. He'll put him in timeout. He'll spank him with a belt. Like those are, you got to know the type of person you're dealing with. We deal with danger all the freaking time. And we sit back and smile because he cute. He got that pretty eyes and my baby gonna have his eyes or something. Hey, you need to tell these kids, especially these girls, quit making excuses up for these women that's sitting back, hurting kids, putting them in bad situations, leaving them with people that don't care for them, and then sit back and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna start a GoFundMe. You're gonna go fund me, so because I still got 3-4 more kids over here, and we need tablets and we need clothes and we need this." You know what? You need to be a mother first. Before you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, think about what I'm saying. I feel sorry for everybody that has lost a child. I really do. But women, and I don't have to lose a child to know this, but women that has lost a child before will tell you, ain't nothing more important than that child. If you was really concerned about your children, you would stop and make changes. Especially after something has happened, it will always haunt you that you feel like you were part of the problem or you're responsible. When my son came up missing, I didn't, I was looking at who got him, where is he at? Yeah, but at the same time, I was beating myself up. Like, how could I leave him with somebody that. Now, I'm thinking, at 1 minute, if I think that you would do something to my kid, I shouldn't have been with you. I shouldn't be with you. That's the first thought. What did you do to my child? Or anything. I'm moving around. Matter of fact, guess what? We're done. I get my kid. I'm not going to ask you a question. Is my child still alive? Is my child still alive? That right there tells you already know you got your child in a dangerous situation. That child should, If you're thinking it, that means before you thought it and put it on paper, emailed it, texted to somebody, you already thought, my kid is in some type of danger. Let me get some help. You're not going to be thinking about calling. I don't care who gets mad at me right now. Because at the end of the day, if I don't have nothing else, I got the truth on my side and it ain't going to change. It ain't going to change. I don't care how mad you get at me. How mad? I'm mad too. I'm mad too. Valerie said, that's right. Because let me tell you something. My son came up missing, and he did, because I decided to take my daughter to school, leave him with my boyfriend, because I'm just going right up the street. I didn't leave him at home by himself. Somebody was at home, but they laying in the bed. So my son decided to get up. He don't see mama. He see the car going down the street. He gonna run, try to chase the car. I never looked in my rear view. So a woman seen my son, grab my son, and take care of him. And when I get back to the house, my son's not there. My boyfriend there in the bed. I said, where's my son? He was like, I don't know. He came in here talking about mama, mama, mama. I told him, boy, go to bed. That's what my boyfriend said. I couldn't even take that as that's an answer. I'm calling 911. He gets up because you know the type of men that I would date. You know, he got this on him. He got that on him. He's a dealer. He's big time such. He don't want no confrontation, no interaction with police. Okay? So I'm sitting there looking at myself like, I know better. I know better. Now, where is my son? So I call the police. I'm not worried about, I didn't do nothing. I can't sit there and not call the police because he might have something in the car, or he might have this, or he might have that. I've got to call and get some help to find out, did my son's dad come and get him? Or what happened? Did he do something to my son? Where is he at? He ain't in the house. I looked all over the house, looked all in the backyard, screaming and hollering his name. And I went into distress. I mean, I don't call my mama. I call 911 because I need help right now. I don't know nobody that's going to call a lawyer. I don't know not one woman in this world that's going to get on the phone and her child is missing and call a lawyer first. Not a one. So people sit back and get mad at me because I say, you know, I got no sympathy over on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. So when I look at people, I look at their demeanor. What did they do? What did they say? How did they act? I looked at Aisha, and I can feel her pain. She got on the ground and was like, I can't sleep. I haven't heard my baby's voice. I don't know if she's okay. Everybody's like, we're still looking. She's like, I can't go home. There's nothing to go home to. Yeah, I got other kids, but she's like, where is she at? She's crying, she's hollering, she's screaming. That's a mama. And even though, you know, there were some people like, well, why'd you let her go? Well, they didn't know the whole story. She didn't let her go. But she knew she was there. So you think that mama ain't beating herself up all the time? She is. She is. Even though that Henry, guess what? He's in prison for life. That still don't bring Breasia back. It don't bring her back. So some things, what we're saying, or what I'm telling you guys, some things that happens, you don't have a do-over. You don't have it like school. Okay, they're saying, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We told you we take the best of your score, but we don't take it from that score because you got 67 on your reading, but over here you got 54. We take it from You know, you got to get it all at one time. Well, another school talking about, well, you can take one at one time. And I'm like, well, you know, they can do what they want to do. But that's not how you guys explained it to me. You explained it that you take the best of, yeah, we said we take the best, but we don't take that 67 from over there and put it over here. You got to do it all at one time. Okay, anyway. So, what I'm saying, you guys, this new world that we're living in, especially when it comes to these women and these kids, women that's killing their kids, putting them in suitcases, you cannot tell me that something's mentally not right with her. Oh, the family don't have a problem with her, SP. The family don't have a problem with her. Something's mentally wrong with her. Something's been mentally wrong with her. She ain't just first started talking about this spaceship and this space focus, the space force. That's what she said. She's trying to get in touch with the Space Force and she's not this and that. She's been talking this mess. And just because people around you is sitting there agreeing with you, you know, they sit back and act like everything's okay. This woman had problems from day one. And you guys are going to find out. This is not she's acting like she acting like she's crazy. She's been crazy. This is SP. Hello? Anywho's, exactly. Exactly. She been crazy. Because here's the thing. People, when they have asphyxiations on children and their private parts, they got a problem. When they have asphyxiation on some kind of God, especially it ain't no God we know of, so it's got to be a little bitty God that is not approved by our God. Yeah, he allows them to work in there, whatever they do, because you know what? You've got to choose who you're going to believe. Are you going to believe that there's a Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit? Or are you going to believe in this guy that you got to give some blood to and you got to kill this and you got to take out that and there's 100-year-old person in your child's body and take your child out or whatever? Because who told you that and who else believes that? And what are you guys doing? Because you're stealing, you're lying. So the God that you serve, you're stealing, you lying, you running out of gas, you know. Yeah, you done got your income tax and got a car or whatever. Who knows, somebody could have gave you the car or whatever. That doesn't make you insane because you got a 2019 Charger. You couldn't even keep gas in it. We don't even know if the car is yours. And just because you graduated with a master's degree in history, that's probably part of her problem. She done went in there and done some things. And like I say, you open up them doors and you want to shut them doors. You can't just shut them because you thinking you can shut them. Ain't nobody, you know, when them spirits get out, they ain't trying to go sit down somewhere. You're not powerful enough to get them back in, and you don't even know really how you got them out. They ain't gonna tell you we got out because you play with the Ouija board. We got out because you're sitting there looking at your horoscope every day. I know half of you guys in here do that. Y'all do that. I used to do it too. I'm not gonna sit here and get mad at you. I'm just telling you to stop, because that is not of God. Yeah, it took a lot to try to get me to stop looking at, my horoscope. But, you know, and then people come up and say, I can tell you you're this and you're that. Give me some money. I can tell you this and tell you that. Monique says, that's true. Something's mentally wrong with her. Yeah. Look at Corey. Everybody just think Corey playing dumb. Yeah. because he wanted to get to the mental ward because he could get free food and he could talk on the phone and he could do that. Now, ain't nobody said he was stupid. We said he crazy. You crazy. Because why would you not protect your own child unless he done already told y'all he didn't think that child was his? He sat there and said in an email to Dana, he said in an email to Dana, he had to protect his kids from Cody. What do you mean you got to protect your kids from Cody? Cody is your child. Yeah, kids going to experiment. Kids going to look at other kids pee pee and poo poo and how they look and what it look like because we make emphasis on it. We got it all on TV. It's all on the videos, all on the tablets and stuff. This is our new world. That's why we're already in the new world order, you guys. We already is. We already is. We are. So check this out, you guys. And if anybody want to call in, they can call in. I do got to give out 2 tickets for the 2 people, which was Lisa and Margie. They had called in over the weekend. And, it is what it is. Margie, I got your ticket. It's 7929708. And then Lisa. And she spelled it Leesa. Lisa. I only got to spell her name one time. But I spell it 2 times. I love the feedback. I like to hear what people think and how they think. I love Lisa. I love Margie. Is both of them right? In their own. We cannot change what other people think. We can't change it. We wait until it happened. Then people let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you guys this. People come in here and there's family members. They be in agreement. We can sit there and say, okay, there's an eclipse today. Oh yeah, there's an eclipse today. Everybody's in agreement on the eclipse. Then the news will come on and everybody done seen this eclipse or whatever. And they was like, oh, the eclipse is happening right now. The eclipse done already came through over here in Kansas and it's gone. I looked up, but I didn't see no eclipse, but I did see the shadow. It got very dark over here in Cake Land. That's what we call Kansas, Cake Land. And so I imagine eclipse what was happening or whatever. I'm not really all interested in an eclipse. I can care less what passed by the sun, the moon, the rain, the whatever, the stars. I can care less. Why? It only happens every blue moon so often, and what do you get out of it? You're not supposed to be looking at the sun in the first place. They told you guys that. Okay? Then they want to give you glasses so you can see it. See what? See what? What are you seeing? You're seeing what they told you to see. 10 years from now, it'll be a whole different ball game of what that was passing by there. I'm telling you. Remember when they thought that, the earth was flat and then all of a sudden, it was all in the history books and that's what they taught everybody and that's what everybody knew. You couldn't tell them nothing. That were facts. Evidently, they wasn't facts because the world is round. Well, if the world was round, we would fall off. Well, no, you don't fall off. So do the sun move around or do we as the earth move around? Or is it both? Somebody answer that question. Well, you got people that love science and they Scientologists and everything, and they'll tell you what it is until somebody comes out and prove that is wrong also. So what I'm saying to you guys is, the truth is what you allow to be the truth for you. Why do I say that? Is because I've went back over lives where I've had people come in, call in, tell me what they think and everything. And I'll be like, okay, and I listen to them. I listen to everything they say. It makes sense to what they're saying and everything. I get it. I go back and listen to what they say. But when the rubber meets the road and you get the truth, or somebody come out, or they get found guilty, or more evidence come out, their whole story changed. See, I told you, SP, that is not what you told me. Matter of fact, you were saying this and you were saying that. That you had people mad talking about, you know, Corey wouldn't have done nothing to his kid. Corey did this, and Corey, it's this, it's that, it's that. I've never changed what I said, and some people get mad. I've always said I believe there's somebody else in the equation, and I do, and that's why I cannot you know, ask the people to say, hey, send Diane some money, you guys, because she's starting to go fund me. I can't say that. You know what? Because I'm not saying she's not. She probably is. You understand what I'm saying? She probably is. And I heard she is starting to go fund me for those kids. But I don't have sympathy for her. To me, I don't. I never have. And I've never hid it from you guys. I never hid it from you guys, because I still think and still believe what I believe, that the way that she acted and behaved and everything from day one, from the time that they called her and said her child was missing till today, I still think something funny about it. Whether we get to know that or not, we don't. I I've never said I'm sorry the way I believe or what I think. I've never said I'm sorry, because I'm not sorry. That's what I believe. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that she did. I'm just saying it just don't make sense to me. And if it don't make sense, I just cannot say something I don't believe. I just cannot say it. To appease you guys, I can't do. I can't do it because I don't believe it. Because at the end of the day, we wasn't there. I can't say she do. I can't say she don't. It's just weird. And when something is weird and it doesn't make sense, I question it. I question it because I know how I would feel. I see other people and how they feel. They fall out. They can't eat. They can't dance for sure. They're not going to get on TikTok and dance. They're not going, they're going to be all on the news. Help me, please help me. If you see this. And I just didn't see that. This woman didn't, she had somebody write out her a speech or something, and that settled that. Other than that, she said that he shadowed her, but at the end of the day, he was like, we were having conversation until she quit talking to me. We don't know if that's true. It's funny how when you have habitual liars, which Corey is a habitual liar, he's hiding something. He's hiding the truth. Yes. What else happened? And he could be protecting her. Why? Because he loves her, or because she's involved, or she knew. And you know what? Tina Powers, she said, I still think Corey done something to that baby, and I doubt in my mind. I'm not saying Corey did not do anything to Cody. I'm not saying that. If I said that, then respond to what I said. I said that I believe Dana either knew or had something to do with it. That is what I said. Do not respond to something like I said something that I did not say. I did not say Corey did not have anything to do with the baby's death. That is not what I'm saying. That is nothing I'm insinuating. I did not say that. I'm saying that I believe without a doubt that Dana knew or she has something to do with it also. I believe that wholeheartedly. That is what I believe. Allegedly, that's the only thing I can say, but I guarantee you I don't have no proof. I'm not looking for proof. I don't need proof. That is only what I believe. See what I'm saying? The world got who they wanted. But if you look at how Corey and his family move, they maneuver, they know something too. And then Weird Cody Voice says, I believe Tangerine helped him. No. She said, just my opinion. Mom knew before that day. That's why she lawyered up. Plus, during the trial, it was said he told her he was going to hurt Cody. Exactly. Exactly. But we never get all the information. We never get all the information. So we can believe what we want. And I know some of you guys are in here and you say what you say because there's other people that as soon as you say something on this channel or call in or something, they run to other people and say, they said this, Nancy said that, Dana said this, Lisa said this, Crystal said this, Tina said that. I could care less. I could care less. I had phone calls about the last time we talked about Cody. Last time we even heard what was going on. I done already had 3-4 phone calls. So we're just trying to bring out as much information as possible. And yeah, we do consider what each of us is thinking. But I wanted to talk to you guys because I was a little frustrated when I learned that Henry had molested a 5-year-old. Yeah, people are petty. That's what they do. They sit back in the bushes and they sit back, and as soon as you say something, they be like, such said this, such said that, such said this. So what? I don't care. So what? Let them say it. You know? They have a right to say what they want to say. They have a right to say what they believe. They have a right to voice their opinion. They do. Just like when Dejan was sitting in front of the judge, and the judge says, well, I don't think that you can, represent yourself. And she said, that's your opinion. And she has a right to say, that's your opinion. Now, I would have just put her in the cuckoo house. That's what I would have done. Because your screws is missing. Well, then some people say, well, she doesn't really have screws missing because she can drive a car, SP. People can drive cars and have screws missing. You guys, I see, and I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I see people function day to day. And 1 minute, they're doing wonderful. The next minute, they're talking crazy. The next minute, they're looking for somebody that's not there. The next minute, they're talking to people that's not there. The next minute, they're trying to hurt themselves. The next minute, they're seeing things that's not there. And here's the bottom line. It could be a chemical imbalance, you guys. And I see that all the time. If I didn't see it, I couldn't talk to you about it. And we do have them in a section where they can't just get out and roam the earth and, walk up and down the street, because they'll get out in front of a car and then there you are driving down the street, done hit somebody because they didn't know that they were not at, the corner, or they didn't see the car coming. And sure enough, it can be a big old bus, it can be a semi, but they didn't see it because they only see what they see. Does that make them crazy? Yes, it does. You know why? It's a bad word, but still, at the end of the day, if there's not flying monkeys and there's not elephants, pink elephants walking down the street, and you don't see, this what they're talking about, and you don't see this what they're talking about, then guess what? They have a chemical imbalance, or they snapped. The blood pressure too high. The diabetes, something's going on. If you get low on your diabetes, you have a low blood sugar, you can see things that's not there. If you have a high blood sugar, you can see things that's not there. If you have high blood pressure, you can see things that's not there. If you have low blood pressure, you will pass out. I don't care if you're driving or not, you will pass out. And people be like, something is wrong. Something is wrong. And I'm telling you guys, something is not right with this woman. She didn't go kill the kid to go now kind of defend herself and act crazy. People don't do that. People in their right mind just don't go kill a kid to act crazy later. That don't even make sense to me. SP, I always thought that Henry did something to that baby. Yes. Yeah, I know he did. And you are right. That's why he killed her. And that's why his son was not feeling him. Exactly. Matter of fact, in that little thing that they put on the other day, the boy said, and we hadn't even heard him, they asked DL, why was you peeking? This is way before all that stuff happened. They asked him, why was you peeking? And you know what DL said? To make sure he wasn't doing something to my sister. But I heard them walk down the stairs. He said, how do you know he was walking down the stairs with your sister? You know what DL said? I heard her voice. So he probably told her, come on, let me take you for a ride in the car. I'm going to let you drive or whatever. Come on, everybody else asleep. Get up. You gonna drive. And took her somewhere. And she didn't want to do what he wanted her to do. So he was like, okay. He probably tied her up, left her there where she was at, went back to the house, got the gun. He probably took her to his motel, not his motel, but his trailer. Because he went to both places. At the end of the day, you guys, just because Corey had a confession letter, 3 different confession letters, he admitted to hurting him. At the end of the day, Nancy, and I hate to say this, but I thought you was going to be at work. But if you want to call, we can talk about it. But I'm going to share something with you. You probably ain't going to like what I'm going to say. But, you can call me if you want to. But, just because somebody has a confession letter doesn't mean that it happened exactly the way they wanted to. When they are protecting somebody else, and I'm always going to say this because I truly believe it, until you can prove to me or show me that that could not be part of the equation. So what I'm saying to you is, you cannot tell me that this woman probably was not a part of the equation. You can sit back and try to get all goody-goody with them because you want to talk to Dana and you want to be in the group with Team Cody and all this other stuff. That's great. That's good. I'm not. I can care less what they think of me. At the end of the day, I'm thinking about 2 things. it's really weird that you drop these kids off in Timbuktu at some kind of 7-Eleven where nobody see you drop the kids off. Nobody knows how many kids you dropped off. There's no camera, no footage or anything. That could and those kids could have been coerced to not know when, being that age of when Cody was with them and when Cody was not with them. But you seeing Cody was with them then. Okay. If she dropped him off in June, why is it that the child come up missing in freaking June, but y'all got all these alleged conversations? When did that happen? You dropped the child off in May or June. The child, they're saying, ended up dead in June. Did you drop the child off or did you not? But you don't know the address. So, therefore, you don't know where your kids are at because you decided to drop them off on 7-Eleven. He said he texted you the address. Where's that text at? Tell me he lying about that. Because he asked the question. Where's that text at that he texted you the address? So that you popped up in town so you could have came. I know all about the confession letters. You're not telling me nothing different. There's actually 4 letters altogether. The one that the man wrote or whatever have you. 3 that they presented to the courts. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something I don't know. I rest my case. Because you can't. You answer one question. Do you know for sure she dropped all 4 kids off? Do you know for sure? If the answer is no, leave it alone. Do you know for sure she dropped all 4 kids off? Do you know? Do you know for sure? See, at the end of the day, you guys think the only person that is protecting somebody is Corey protecting her. If you got nothing to hide, why you ain't said nothing? This is your child. You would be saying all kind of stuff. You would be telling me to go to HE double hockey stick. You would be showing proof that you dropped the kids off. There's no proof. Oh, but the baby said that Cody was staying with them. Yeah, she didn't say she had the address. I'm not going to speak to you, Nancy, in here because you can only tell me what was presented in court and what was allowed to be said. You cannot, and I'm going to tell you this, you cannot tell me something that they didn't present in court because you don't know. And I'm going to be honest with you. You cannot know no more than what we know from the news. You don't know no more. Nancy, you don't know. You don't know. You're just saying some stuff. You're just saying some stuff. You don't know. So if she dropped 3 of them off, how did he get all 4? And when did he get the other one? You don't know. What day? What time? What was he wearing? You don't know. Was he asleep? Was he woke? Was he playing a game? You don't know. What what 7-Eleven was it? You don't know. Was it nighttime? Was it daytime? You don't know. Did he drive his car? Did he drive the truck? Did he drive somebody else's car? You don't know. Was she driving? You don't know. You only know what was told. I'm going to tell you guys something. She said, I was in court. Okay, okay, but at the end of the day, everything that you heard in court, we already heard. So, hey, what's up?
Hey,
Yes.
so he had the court because
No, Nancy, stop right there. Stop right there. Here's the thing. You can only tell me what you heard in court. Is it a fact?
it has to be a
No, it don't have to be a fact. There's lies in those stories. And that is not how it went down.
okay. From my understanding,
Ain't no, I don't want to know your understanding. I want to know a fact. Do you know?
I can just tell you what was presented.
No, I know. We already know what was presented in court. You're not going to tell us nothing new what was presented in court. We know what was presented in court. But do you know for a fact? No, you don't.
I wasn't there with her.
You know you wasn't. That's what I'm saying. No. And you know what? There's a lot of stuff that we don't know that wasn't presented because it couldn't have been presented. And he is definitely protecting Dana.
I don't believe that.
Well, you don't have to believe it. I didn't ask you what you believe. I asked you what did you know for a
Okay,
fact.
but listen, he wouldn't have gotten so.
No. I want to know what you know for a fact because you've got evidence. What is the fact?
The fact is that he had Corey. He had Corey. She had Cody and the twins. And in November, she dropped Cody and the twins off to him at the 7-Eleven because he wanted to co-parent.
Listen. I heard what went on in court. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You're regurgitating what was presented in court.
No, the office manager at the apartment stated that there was only one child there, and that was the Corey. She didn't know about the other three until Cody went missing. So he had the Corey.
You act like you don't understand what I just said, Nancy. This is what I'm saying. I'm trying to be nice, but this is not the day. I'm trying to be so nice. Think about what I'm saying. The only thing you're telling us is what we already know. Is that true or not? That's what we know what they said.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that has to be so.
Okay, but when you go to court, isn't that when the truth comes
When you go to court, when you go to court, they present what they have as far as their facts. If he didn't speak, then that's what you know. That doesn't mean that's what true. That's what you know. That's what you
There was a
believe.
paper trail. There was a paper trail. There was text messages.
Okay,
There was
but
email.
okay, are the courts going, or is the attorneys going to say, okay, by the way, he did text Diane and say, here's the address? They're not going to present that. Why? Because that would mess up their case, right?
No, the forensic analysis is the one who stated that.
No, that is not what I'm saying, Nancy. The forensics analysis didn't say nothing of that nature. I'm talking about the attorneys. I'm talking about the attorneys, what they presented. The prosecutors presented their case.
Yes.
Okay, so once they presented their case, they're not going to sit there and put out something that will deflect what they're saying.
Correct.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, they didn't ask about um, the other conversations that Dana and Corey had, right? Because evidently they had to have other conversations for him to say she popped into town. And he didn't even know it. And he sent her the address and she still didn't show up. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Why would he say that?
Because he's lying. Because
No, hold on. Why would he sit there and say that? Why would he say, I sent her the address and she didn't even show up? She could have. Tell me.
he's lying.
Because he's lying?
Yes, because he's lying. There was no text message.
How do you know?
Because they dumped the phones.
How do you know? You only know what they presented. They don't have to present everything that was said and done. They present what was for their case. They're not going to sit there and say, by the way,
He was lying about that.
I doubt it.
It was proven that he was lying about that.
No, it was not proven. It was not proven. How was it proven?
Because it wasn't on the text messages. It
Oh.
wasn't in an email. Nothing.
Nancy, evidently you don't know how this works.
All I know is
Evidently you do not know how this works. Here's the thing. If I was an attorney and I'm fighting your case and you've got 15 emails, I'm not going to talk about all 15 emails because it will make you look terrible, horrible. I'm going to talk about the ones that helps the case that I'm trying to put together.
That's right. And the prosecution is going to make him
Nope, they did not.
present the one that's going to make him look bad, and then his defense attorneys are going to have to come back and present the one that's going to make the prosecution be like, no, he did send her this.
No, his attorneys did not have. They did not come up with nothing. They did not do anything. They did not. That doesn't mean it was not there. Why would he say it was there?
I don't know. The only thing I can say is because he's lying. I mean,
See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about court that I have noticed lately. When court, just like we just got through watching the Breasia thing, now the information is coming out about the 5-year-old girl that he raped.
right. I was seeing that.
Well, we didn't hear none of that while we were looking for Breasia. We didn't hear none of that in court. It didn't even bring up. But did it happen? Yeah. Henry raped a 5-year-old child. That could have easily sent him to prison quickly. But because of, statute of limitations, age, because certain things that the judge let in, that won't let in, and all this other stuff, things like that happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. I agree.
So,
But I mean,
why is it that if this child was there, why is it, if this child was there, why is it that she dropped these kids off in an unknown area, uh where if she's so scared of him and she's so scared of the sister, why would she go to a freaking 7-Eleven with no cameras? Don't even remember the day that she dropped them off. It was just a day in November. Just go look for every 7-Eleven in town.
well, I'm sure they did mention the exact, but I can't remember that date. There was so much being said. I can't.
Oh,
remember.
did you see her walk the kids to the car?
No, I did not.
Oh, did you see the 7-Eleven? Which one was it?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. So, see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was said.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make it true? Because it could have been, it didn't even happen that way. But you're saying, because he lied. Okay. But I asked, did you see the 7-Eleven? No. Did you see her walk the kid to the car? No.
And we probably never will see for that.
Because you know what? Normally, you know what? Let me tell you something. Whether you say you did drop those kids off at a 7-Eleven, we could see your car pull up. We could see his car pull up. 7-Elevens do have cameras, either in the parking lot. We could see you driving down the street or driving back from it or something. Did we see any of that?
Mm-mm. But I think once.
But what? But what? But what? But what? Go to another subject, because that's what you're finna do. But what?
No, Esme, what I'm saying is, once he's sentenced, I believe that we're going to be able to get all of it. I believe that's what we're going to be able to do. What is that called? The freedom of act information or whatever it is. I'm not so up on that.
See, when you're trying to defend yourself, you're only looking for stuff to corroborate what you're saying. And if that's,
To defend myself, I didn't do nothing. I mean, it's.
I'm not saying you, I'm saying as we're talking about this case,
Oh, I got you. Okay.
you're trying to corroborate what you are saying. You're trying to say she dropped the kids off. It was sometime in November. It was no designated date, no designated time, no designated place, no designated cameras, no kind of nothing. It's just that's what happened. Let me tell you something.
Antoine Bell has all of that.
Well, why was it? Okay, if you believe Antoine Bell has all that, if he had all of that, why was it not presented?
I don't know. I don't know. I was there to hear one thing, and that was whether or not he hurt that baby.
See, number one thing about me is I don't go with the masses. I don't go with the masses because everybody want to believe and we want somebody to pay and he was the last one. Yeah, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying I don't believe Dana is as clear as white as snow. Not just because they called her a good mama. I thought that was very disrespectful. But they didn't bring nothing to the table to say anything else. Why? You're supposed to. He wasn't gonna get on the stand, so aren't you guys gonna bring something that shows this? Why you didn't?
Well, I mean,
I understand that. I understand it's his attorney, but still, yet you didn't bring it to the table. Period. So how do he know what you're going to say to come to say something about that? Y'all all in court, and this is the story. Hold on. Hold on. You there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Oh Lord. People, people, people. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
But now,
No. It's just, like, when just because we hear what we hear, but we don't hear everything. So we in agreement that everything that we heard was somewhat of the truth. I was saying that I don't believe it went down like they said it went down. I don't believe it. And it's trying to make him say some stuff that he knows the truth. Dana knows the truth. Trust me when I say this. She can probably take it to the grave with her. I guarantee it. I can up girl, I would almost put everything I own on it. I guarantee she already either involved, knew about it, or she had something to do with it.
I can't agree with that.
You ain't gotta agree with it. I wasn't asking you to agree with it. You don't have to agree with it. It doesn't matter to me if you agree with it or not. It doesn't matter. That's what I believe.
Right.
And it ain't gonna change. Because ain't no mama gonna lose the baby and get on TikTok and start dancing. Ain't no mama gonna know her child is missing and go out and get an attorney. Ain't no mama gonna do that. Ain't I don't care if she didn't care about the child. She ain't gonna do that. You cannot make me believe that no matter what you say, just because you want to talk to Dana and stay in the group with Team Cody, I'm just not gonna agree with it.
I don't talk to Dana. I haven't spoken to
It
Dana
doesn't matter.
before.
I just said what I said because I meant what I said.
Right. I mean, I get you.
You
I
know,
do. I mean,
and I get mad because everybody wanna, uh, uh, you know, uh,
I don't
y'all get y'all get a little heat. Somebody say something about you or whatever, and it'd be like, well, they done kick me out the group and all this other stuff. I am not in no group. I'm in group for loving for the Lord. That's
right.
it. That's it. Nope, I can't agree with you on anything. We're not gonna agree because, like I said, is what I believe.
I mean, we can agree to disagree. I mean,
We can agree to it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not agreeing to disagree with you. I'm saying I know for a fact a mother don't act like that, and you can't get me to understand that unless I speak to that mother. You can't get me to understand why you gonna drop off some kids in the middle of Timbuktu with nobody know that you dropped off your kids in Timbuktu. Honey, let me call you back later, baby, okay?
What do we eat today?
Let me call you back later, honey.
All
That is
right.
the last thing I've got to worry about right now. And so
Hey, calm down.
I am calm, but I'm definitely not going to understand why it is that you can say that you dropped off some kids, not know where they at, not know where they live, haven't spoken to them, ain't spoken to them, and months and months and months and months and months and months pass by. And when somebody call you up, like the police, and tell you your child is missing, the first phone call you do, it may not even be the first, but when you show up with an attorney. Get the heck out of here. I don't believe it for one
You
bit.
didn't show up at court with an attorney.
Nancy,
Yes, ma'am.
I can't even talk to you.
Oh, ask Pete.
I can't talk to you because I don't talk to people that talk foolishness to me.
I'm not talking foolishness.
Did I say anything about her showing up to court with an attorney? When her child was missing, did she or did she not show up with an attorney?
Now, that was the word. Yes.
Okay then. That's what I said. Why are we talking about corn beans and gravy? That is not what I was talking about.
Okay, I understand.
You see my frustration when I ask the question, y'all go into a different whole scenario about some stuff, and then want me to answer a question to something that ain't got nothing to do with what we just said. Just because you put two similar words in the equation or two similar words in the subject or the sentence doesn't mean we're talking about the same thing.
Because we don't know 100%.
You don't. That's what I said from the beginning. You kept telling me that you knew. You knew this and you know that. I said, you know nothing. You only knew what was presented in court. And that's what you're saying you know. That's what you're saying you know.
Yes, that's all I can tell you that I know. That's all we were ever trying to figure out for 2 years.
Now, we weren't trying to figure out what they presented in court. We were trying to figure out what happened to Cody. That's where you got it. That's where you got it twisted at. I don't care.
No, we were trying to figure out what happened to Cody. That's what we all were doing for 2 years.
Hold
For
on.
26
Somebody's in some hold on.
You got people saying he was trafficked.
Yeah, Zen, you on.
Oh, I just called you. Thank you. Breathe. Just breathe.
Oh, I am breathing. I just don't like. A couple of things I don't like. Here's the thing. People can tell you to breathe. People can tell you to calm down. So okay, hold on. Let me share something with you. And I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but this is true. Okay, if you're so angry, you're so mad, and you're crying or something, people rub your back, right? And they say, "Don't cry." What does that do?
Nothing.
No, it does do something. What does it do?
Make me more angry.
Exactly. Because you already know you are frustrated with all the lies that's been told, been thrown at you. You're taking one thing and putting it with something else, or people gonna bring you the same old biscuit, the same old biscuit. Well, that's what they said in court. That's what we know. No, that's not what you
Why
know.
aren't you angry with me when I'm just
I'm not angry with you. See, I already told you, I'm not angry with you. I said we don't have to agree to disagree or anything. Your opinion is your opinion. I said I don't care what your opinion was. I said that I believe, without a doubt, a real mother A mother that loves her children, the first phone call she gets is not to go get an attorney. And not only that, a mother's not going to just drop off her kids in Timbuktu without anybody knowing where, when, what time, any cameras, any of that. And then somebody come up and say, well, we had these conversations, or I sent her, she came into town and she showed up out of nowhere. Well, how did you know that she
That's
showed?
the thing, Esty. We do not know what happened behind the scenes. We don't know that. And I don't think we will ever know that.
I guarantee you will know.
I mean, I'm not.
When people start looking at how many, let me tell you something. When people start looking at how many years they got, and they go freaking crazy. Because when I step into work and these people that don't, their mind is gone, blown, or whatever, sometimes the things that they're saying is true.
Yeah.
Your kids taking your money, they done sold the house, da 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 da, woo woo woo. Now, they may not know exactly where they at because nobody told them, or they can't remember, or they still seeing pink elephants, or you name it, or whatever. I'm just telling you, not everything that they say, just because they, they ain't told the full story, the full truth, don't mean that they lied about everything. They just ain't told you what the truth is. And if they ever came out and told the truth, then you'll be sitting there saying, SP tried to tell me, SP tried to freaking tell me that this mother has something to do with it. I don't change what I say, because that's what I see. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I see.
What have you heard from 2 weeks ago to today about Dina? Because 2 weeks ago we were talking, and I mean, none of this was ever brought up. Yeah,
Nancy, you know why it didn't bring up? Because when you come on the live, I let you talk, because we want to hear what else do we got any more information? Is there any more information? Don't tell me that it ain't been brought up. I've been saying this from day one.
No, I'm saying it has been brought up, but not within the last, since the sentencing. It hasn't been, not the sentencing.
So you think my stance has changed? I told you. Until otherwise, I already know. I already know. It ain't changed just because I ain't sitting there dragging her with the bus or something. It ain't changed.
Okay, my thing was from the very beginning, I couldn't understand why she wasn't involved, okay? And I have stated this many times, why aren't you involved?
No, you gotta watch what you say on this channel, because they always come back to you and throw you under the bus. And so you have to watch what you say. I don't have to watch what I say.
No, we all was wondering why. All of us was wondering why. Okay, obviously, they told her what happened. So, she was advised not to get involved publicly. I mean,
You're not telling us nothing new.
I know that, SP. I know I'm not telling you nothing new.
What is his name?
May I say this?
What?
May I say this?
Yes.
I believe that if we had more information, because I just sit back and thought about it, why would she show up with an attorney? It's a very good chance that she showed up with that attorney over the custody issue
Of the other 3 children, correct.
There wasn't a there. Here's a.
It's possible.
she could bring her babies home. So she had an attorney. I honestly and truly, from the bottom of my heart, do not believe that Dana had anything to do with Cody.
You can say whatever you want to say, Nancy. You're just, this is what I despise sometimes, and people can get mad at me. But when people say certain things because it's politically correct, because it makes them look better for the people that are listening or people that they're surrounding or anything, you have to live with that. You have to live with what you're
No,
saying.
that's not
But
what
it
I'm
does no
saying.
justice for that child because it does no justice. It does no
But
justice.
we know what happened to Cody Bixby. We all know what happened. When that man stated in that confession letter that he put him in a trash can and then realized it was a trash can.
Nancy, you're just talking. You're just talking. You're just talking.
Absolutely not. He left him in that trash can. That baby is in the landfill. I'm telling you. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Nancy, you cannot um go by only what you've heard because there is
It's
really
what he took time out to write. And you've seen the video as well. How long he
did I
took to
say
write
did I
the
say
screenplay.
that he didn't dispose of the child? But what happened to the baby?
Exactly.
He beat him to death, as he stated.
Nancy, you're only going by what the prosecutors presented.
I'm going by his letters. In his own words.
But didn't he have 2 or 3 different stories?
On locations. On locations, yeah.
No,
When he
his
came
whole
right
story
down
was
to
totally
the
different. His whole story was totally different. One was the baby fell down the stairs. The other
No,
one,
that was Detective asking him.
okay,
Pulling down the steps.
all right, all right, all right. I'm just
I
saying
thought the letters that he wrote, the stories were different.
they were.
They were different.
They were different, yes. Yes.
Okay, well, that's what I can say.
But the bottom line is, you can't change the fact of what he said. He was the one that hurt Cody. That never changed in none of the 3 letters did that change.
He couldn't even tell how he hurt Cody.
He said he beat him to death. Till he went into cardiac arrest. And he went outside and he prayed to God.
Nancy, you're acting like you're an attorney and you're only presenting what they said, what the letter said. But the letters are different. They're all different. Let me share something with you. When he allegedly supposed to have wrote the first confession letter with the jailer,
Yes.
the jailer wrote down everything he was supposed to have said. Then the head person came down and said, "Okay, and you said you wanted to do this," and he said, "Yeah." Can you write it down? And he said, "Yeah." He wrote down something totally different than what the jailer wrote down. It's like he just saying some stuff. Trying to remember what he even said to the jailer.
I know. I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out too. I mean,
Well, if you know what you did, it don't change. If you're really confessing and you wanted to confess, it's not going to change from 5 minutes ago that I've just talked to somebody. See, I'm dealing with people right now that they're telling me one thing and then they come back and say, well, We did say we'll take your highest this, that, and the other, but that's not what we were saying. We were saying you still got to get it all on one at one time and all this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on. This is the new world. This is the new world order. Like people play around with words and to make it fit, and it doesn't.
Hmm. And that's what he was trying to do.
I'm saying
But the one that they found in discomposition was with the
none
extra
of it
process.
fits. It doesn't fit. Why would he come on after he been found guilty?
Because
Because
a coward. He couldn't get up in front of the people and state what happened and be questioned by the prosecution. He had to do it once he's locked up.
that's your opinion.
Yes.
See,
I mean,
here's the
that's
thing.
everybody.
Here's the thing. No, that's not everybody's opinion. That's not everybody's opinion. Period. Point blank. That's a lie. That's not everybody's opinion because I don't believe that. I believe he did it that way because he didn't want to answer certain questions. And when you get on there and you answer certain questions and you lie, then you get more time. That his attorneys done told him to shut up. Don't even say nothing else. You done said too much. You done lied about this and lied about that. You done said you done left your kids here and you left your kids there, and it makes it looks really bad. So, I'm just being honest. But, at the end of the day, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this. I hope and pray that you guys are right. Because this is not the first child that's dead. This is the second child that's dead. Now, y'all gonna wait. And then when there's another child end up dead, y'all gonna say, maybe maybe she was on something. Now you're gonna get it when it's the third child? Then y'all might understand what I'm saying.
And lady, all I'm saying is that I believe that there could have been a good reason for her bringing an attorney other than her probable guilt.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, I get you. But okay, we'll wait for number 3.
Now, SP, let's not wait for number 3. I mean, I honestly do not believe this woman had anything to do with
I know you don't.
I honestly do not. I mean, deep in my heart, I cannot bring myself to believe that. Do I? And I don't care. I don't care who comes at me because it's all been said by everybody.
Let me tell you something.
No,
Time.
we don't
Time.
understand why
This is what I'm
people-
telling everybody to do. Time. You know what? There's nothing else we can do about it. It is what it is. But in time, the truth will come out. Especially, you wait until Dana get pregnant again or Dana have another baby, and I guarantee you that truth will come out. And I guarantee you everybody gonna sit back and go, hopefully it ain't gonna be too late. And those other 3, it ain't 3, it's still 4 kids because she has a daughter. So there's 4 kids. Hopefully, you got to look at, okay, this woman done lost 2 kids. One allegedly supposed to be suicide, and one somebody done took the kid out. Okay, hold on. Her whole record right there. Let me tell you something about bankers. And if you know anything, and I know you do, bankers do not. If you got bad credit, it tells them something. It tells them that you don't pay back. You don't pay your debt. You got bad credit for a reason. And until you
All right.
okay, until you make it right, they don't just give you money because you said this or you said that or you did this or you did that. But bankers, that's the reason why banks are in business, because they look at your history. They look at the history. We're looking at the history of this. When I look at the history of this, it's not good. It's not good. And I'm just telling you that. Now, I don't have to have evidence. That's just my opinion. It's not good. And 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 then we get mad at the system because just like when this young lady named Dejan, she running from state to state with the child in the car with her. They stop. They hand the child to the person that is the partner killer with the mother, that they take the mother to jail because she was driving, and hand the child to the one that helped the mother kill the child. Now the child still ain't dead yet, but mom get out of jail, and guess what? The child end up dead, right? And then everybody's like, well, if the police would have did what they were supposed to do, the child wouldn't be dead. They dropped the ball. Everybody like they dropped the ball. That's not a good saying because this is a life, right? But when you see signs, when you see red flags, everybody like you saying, I just don't see it. I just don't. I do. I do.
Well, where is the receipt that she has something to do with her other child? Where's the proof on that?
See, you want me, right now we're just having conversation.
Right.
I don't know what all happened. I just know she was probably she's supposed to not been around then also, and the child just allegedly just killed himself. Who knows? That's what I got out the situation. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When there's a history, it never fails. It you may not see it for 1 or 2, 3 years or whatever, or whatever. You just let me just be honest with you. If you live a little longer, you'll see what I'm saying. I'm not crazy. I just no. I just can't do it. I can't go with somebody and say, "Oh, they're clear. They're good as gold. They didn't do nothing wrong, but just show up with an attorney and never said anything and never, and blah 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 blah."
Obviously, she was in the clear because she was interrogated as well. They wouldn't have let her go.
Obvious, she's not in the clear because she was interrogated. She was not interrogated. She was questioned. And she answered the question. The question at the time, if you remember, was where was you on January the 30th, January 31st? She had an attorney there. And she told him where she was at. It didn't happen January the 30th and January the 31st.
No, it did not. It happened June the 18th.
Okay. You know what? Do you remember? If you remember well, what the chief of police, what was his name? Talbert. Mark Talbot. If you remember well enough, when they asked, what did the mother say? If you remember what he said, answer that question. Because I remember exactly what he said.
No.
Okay. You know what he said? You know what he said about Dana?
No.
She answered the questions that we had for her at this moment. She provided an answer. The question was, because they didn't know Cody was gone back in June. They only asked her the questions about where was you on the 30th? Where was you on the 31st?
Right.
And when they asked her anything else, right. But when they asked her anything else, you know what her attorney said? I'm gonna tell my client not to answer those questions.
But how do we know that she had an attorney all that time? She only came down from what I'm understanding.
When you hire an attorney, see, you keep coming up with something and I keep answering it, and then you come up with something else. Then you come up with something else. But let me answer this question for you, since you do not know how this works. When you get an attorney, you don't have to show up with the attorney. When they want to ask you a question, you know what you tell them? Lisa is in the house. If you got another question, you speak to my attorney about that. You go call my attorney. You don't talk to me no more. You talk to my attorney.
Correct. Absolutely.
She don't have to drive to Timbuktu to answer a question. You talk to my attorney.
Absolutely. And I agree with that.
But it's mighty funny. You don't have money to get a home, to get a house, to get rent a home, even rent a 1 bedroom studio, but you got enough money on CNA pay to get you an attorney.
Oh, I don't know about all that.
I don't know about it all that either because I don't make that kind of freaking money. I just to even get me when you get an attorney, these kind of attorneys, they make big money. I don't have that kind of money for a criminal defense attorney. I don't have that kind of money. You got to put up houses and cars and stuff. That's what I got to do. I don't make that kind of money, and I work 12 hours daily. But she got an attorney. But she didn't even have. What? How much money did you send him? $150. But you got a freaking attorney, criminal attorney, coming out the gate. Girl, get out of here. That's all I gotta say. It doesn't. It don't have to make sense to me. I'm telling you, it don't have to. But when the rubber meets the road, either somebody say something or another child get hurt. You know what y'all gonna say? Y'all gonna say, I might even be in my grave rolling over something. You gonna say, "Oh, SP told us." Because let me tell you something. These kids, I wouldn't give her. I wouldn't give her anything because that allegedly supposed to have killed himself. He was what, 12? So these kids ain't out the woods. As young as they are, they ain't out the woods.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really get into all that, on the. I knew about the other child, but I didn't like really get into it because it was mainly about Cody. So I don't know the story behind that. I mean, I really don't.
You know,
So
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not even gonna say what I'm not doing because people take it wrong. They could take it for whatever it is. But when somebody come up with an solution or assumption, well, maybe she just wanted to have coffee with that person, or that person did her a favor or something, and this and that and this and that and that. Girl, if y'all don't stop with all of that craziness, that's crazy to me. You don't understand what I'm saying. That's crazy to me. That's really crazy to me. And you know why it's crazy to me? Because I know how it feel when you lose a child and you can't find that child. You know?
right, right. I mean, no, I don't know.
But all of a sudden you got lawyer money. You got criminal attorney lawyer money. That's a lot of money. That's what Lisa do for. Do you know how much it is an hour?
Probably a lot.
What I make in a day. That's what they get paid an hour. Now take it that I get LPN pay. She gets CNA pay. So I get 3 times her pay. See what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I can't afford it. So you telling me just out the blue she can just afford it.
Well, obviously, she only had enough money to pay for a lawyer to come down with her one time. I mean, because that's all that happened. Was that
I'm
one
saying,
time when she was questioned.
well, what I'm saying, the whole live was about, we're just now knowing about Breasia and they have to have a reason. What was the cause? What was the reason why he took this child out? Now we figured out, not just figured out. I told y'all from day one. No, he just didn't take this child out just because he just wanted to take a child out or whatever. It was something sexual going on, something in his mind or whatever. Now we getting the details of what happened in the house, how he was in the room with the child, and DL and Andrea was in the other room. But we didn't hear that at the beginning. They was like
When
they were,
same thing with Cody, SP.
huh?
Cody's 3 years old. 3 years old. Come on now. You gonna say that he is fondling his brother? No. If he was, somebody hadn't been doing that to him.
And he probably was talking and telling, just saying this, saying that. Oh, now you're already making up story. And even if the child did, something was going on with what was happening or whatever. But at the end of the day, like I said, they didn't even show or prove that she even brought the kids. Just okay. Let me tell you something about people.
But
People.
that doesn't matter. The whole trial was about not when she brought the other 3 kids. The trial was about him hurting Cody.
I know what the trial was about, Nancy.
I mean that's it. It wasn't about
What are you
what time frame.
what are you explaining what are you explaining to me that I don't know? We
I
know
got it.
he was on trial for the murder of Cody. That's what the trial was all about. Now what are you telling me that I don't know?
I'm not telling you nothing that you don't know. It
I'm
has nothing to
saying
do with
that
who dropped him
the
off
things did
or
not
dropped him
add
off.
up. They didn't add up. They did not add up.
It does add up. It does add up. Because if you're gonna drop him off in November, and then he's gonna email you and tell you, oh, he's at it again. He's doing the same thing again. I'm gonna wind up seriously. I'm gonna drop him off to you because I'm wind up seriously hurting him. And she's like, okay.
You know what? It's mighty funny how they did not show this live when it's one of the biggest trials.
Because in the state of Virginia, they will not allow you to show it full coverage. You can only have like 2 segments of, or 3 segments of visual, and there's no audio whatsoever allowed. In the state of Virginia, you cannot do that in a trial. That's the freaking Commonwealth for you. Because I was hoping that somebody.
No, I don't believe that. Because I don't believe that. You know why I don't believe that? Because it's the public's right to know.
It is the public's right to know. And that's why we were all there. They couldn't keep us out of that trial.
All right, I gotta go.
Okay.
All right. You guys, I'm finna get off of here. Talking today was good. It didn't come down none of the spec. Okay. So um it was just conversation, you guys. We were going over some of the things that was told to us, some of the things that's not making sense, some of the things that I didn't get no answers from Nancy. She's still my girl, but I didn't get no answers from her. I got what we already know. It's no big deal or anything. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at nobody. I just get tired of people just, their narrative is just so, okay, that's what it is. So that's what it is, and it just doesn't even, it never have made sense to me. It probably never will make sense to me.
I just can't. I can't fathom how, two kids, losing two kids. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm not mad at Nancy. I'm not mad at Zan. Zan knows she's my girl. Nancy knows she's my girl. Lisa knows she's my girl, and everything. I just get tired of people telling me their story. Then they be more like, why you don't understand? What is it that I don't understand? I don't understand how it is that we didn't get the details. I don't understand why it couldn't be on TV so we can all see and hear for ourselves. I don't understand why it is that you guys just want to show us clips of what was said and what this and what that, and not this and not that. Sometimes, and it's just the way it is. You got to hear it for yourself or get it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. But one thing that I have noticed, this is how the new world does it, and doesn't mean that it's right or it's wrong or whatever. But when you question it, people get offended. Like, why is it that you just didn't get this, and you don't mean anything because you're way over there in Kansas. You don't mean anything. And I get it. I get that sometimes people come on here and they say what they say because they know other people are listening, and they don't want to offend Dana, or they don't want to offend Team Cody, or they don't want to offend this woman over here on Facebook, or that person over there on TikTok or whatever. I don't care who I offend. They can take me off the map right now. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just asking the questions that other people won't ask the questions. Like, why would I want to believe that when, to be honest with you, I hate to say it, but I just don't understand how a person can lose two children and not. I don't see how they just hand these kids, walk away, and come back and say, well, they ghost me. You know? I don't think if somebody lost my kid and I hand my kid over to them or whatever, I don't think I could even drive back. I mean, because you got a rinky-dinky job. You got really nothing going for you in your world, really. Like, you can get those jobs all day long. They're a dime a dozen. They're all over the place. Like, why would you not stay there and look for your child? Or why would you not stay there and make a big... I mean, I don't get it. I just don't get it. And just because I don't get it don't mean I'm right. But I hate to be right. I hate to be right. But I'm saying what I'm saying because at the end of the day, if it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. If it's bull crap, it's bull crap. And I get tired of people throwing stuff to us and we accept it and we sit back and be like, I didn't see that. Yeah, you did. And I'm just saying, what if another child of that right there, dynamics, the mom, now the dad is gone, come up hurt, missing, or whatever. Then what everybody gonna say? What everybody gonna say? I knew it. I knew something. What I knew. No. Remember, stand on what you said today. Because guess what? A lie cannot stand. It just cannot. Just remember that, you guys. A lie cannot stand. If a person tells the truth about something, it don't change. It do not change. The truth is always going to be the truth. Whether you like it or you don't. Whether you agree or you don't agree. It is going to stay the same. But a lie cannot stand the truth. That's all I got to say. And I'm out.